the sudden, if you like, audacity in less than 4 months in opposition to begin to demand that an age-long problem that they left for us for 8 good years, they expect us to fix in 4 months. Remember that in the run-up to the elections, we were having issues with power outages in the sector. So this is not new. And that was the reason why many Ghanaians at the time called for load shedding exercise. We knew in opposition that they were failing to do the necessary investments the power sector required, only for us to actually assume power and realize the unforgivable rot that has been handed over to us, especially with the management of ECG. On this same table, we've discussed the precarious situation the Electricity Company of Ghana finds itself, especially under the stewardship of the last administration. And they are saying we should stop lamenting. No, there's a vast difference between providing information to the Ghanaian people and seeking their support in our quest to resolving those challenges and lamentations. When we were campaigning, we promised the good people of this country that we're going to be transparent in our transactions, if handed over power. One critical plank of our democracy is access to information. So we are duty-bound in fulfillment to democratic ethos and to the very promises we made to the good people of this country to, at every step of the way, keep them posted as to the challenges we are facing as far as any sector of our economy is concerned. And the energy sector is one critical sector of our economy. The good people of this country, on a daily basis, they need to know what is happening. Nobody is comfortable with issues of outages. We are not. And I'm sure that the energy minister is more worried than many of us who even experience it on a daily basis, because his competence is on the line. And when you listen to the NPP, they forget that for 8 years, they failed to add even a single megawatt of power to our generation capacity. And on top of that, they have left us in excess of $1.7 billion debt as far as the independent power producers are concerned. We are having to deal with an energy sector debt in excess of 80 billion Ghana cedis. You do not expect a new government in a matter of 4 or 5 months to be able to resolve all these teething problems that will bequeath unto us. These are the challenges we are faced with. But even in the face of that, we have managed to keep the lights on, albeit there are unexpected outages. And like Roxanne indicated, and my senior doctor here also made reference to, how do you plan or bring out a load shedding timetable to cater for unexpected outages? You simply cannot do that, because you cannot predict when a fault will happen in, say, Chado or Spintex. You are unable to do that. So you cannot be demanded a load shedding exercise at this critical moment. Remember that even in the lead up to the election, they were consistent in their statements to the effect that if the NDC should win power, Dumso would return. Because they knew that for 8 years, they took advantage of the investments His Excellency John Dramani Mahama made in the energy sector and failed to make any meaningful contribution to those investments.